Everyone, we got cameras. We are live on camera in the Discord podium. How's everybody doing this evening? I'm Cooper. You don't know already. This is me. Pleasure to be here with you. We had an awesome quiz house just a minute ago. Shout out Tungsten for the Route 66 clues. GM, everybody. GM. Nice to meet you. It's Community Thursday. We got a good one here for y'all. Let's get it started. So, we have Mike Dudas and Jim Daly joining us this evening. We'll get everybody filtering in and on stage. Appreciate you all being here on time, nice and early. What's up, Greg?
I actually turned it on the music. They switched up the thing. How's it going?
Good, yeah. We can turn on the music at any time. Just jamming out to the tunes. It's pretty fun. It's a good day. It's been a good week. Yeah. Do you get to play any golf? Or you have any golf plan this weekend?
I don't have any golf plans outside of a group lesson Saturday morning and probably some simulator time. Don't currently have anything scheduled, but hope to soon. What about you?
Cool. Nothing planned right now. Going to New York, gonna do some non-golf things this weekend, but should be good. Yeah, definitely. I still reeling from Scotland. My drive completely collapsed, so I'm nervous to get on a simulator and see what's actually happening in my swing.
Totally.
But
I'm fighting dispersion woes myself. So.
Dispersion woes. That's a nice way of saying.
It's a name for a band.
Yeah, dispersion woes. So it's a golf specific band. Hey Jim, how's it going?
Going great. I am just listening to you and Greg talk about the issues in your game that I already know exist, and I hope for the best for both of you.
Look, we just both, drive and chase. You hit the ball 300 yards. It doesn't really matter where it goes. Just, if it goes out of bounds, that's bad. But.
Well, golf is really just, hit the ball, find the ball, hit the ball again. So you're on the right track, my man.
It's the finding the ball part that I have some trouble with in Scotland. But yeah, we can kick it off. If we have the camera technology now. Thanks, Mike, for turning it on. Good to see you. Appreciate that. I want to kick it off and ask you a question, Mike. This all started with your now famous tweet. What was it like for you to see that dream realized during the Spay Welcome event? And, perhaps more importantly, when will we see you in Scotland? When are you going to go visit our courts?
Well, so, a truly stunning dream. I would argue that, owning, one of a little more than 100, true original links golf courses in the world is like, it's like the kind of thing you dream of as like a little golfer. When I started golfing, I think like 8 or 9 years old. And so it's been amazing to do that, with this group of folks. We've joked about it a little bit internally, as a core team. I think, the original tweet may have said, look, we're going to immediately buy, top 100 private golf course in America, something of that nature. And, hey, we were a little feisty, and it was a bullish part of the crypto cycle. But I think we've done something, frankly, more impressive than that, which is, we've created an incredible participatory community, which is exactly what we said we would do, from the moment of that original tweet. The camaraderie that we have, like, globally. I mean, we got a group of people from, over 100 countries, and I think almost every state in the United States. You name the political spectrum, the background, the creed, the this, the that. The conversations that we have in this Discord are definitely something that over the last couple of years has kept my brain moving in the sports world, and introduced me to things that I hadn't imagined or thought of. So it's been incredibly fun, and it's just the beginning. So what are we 18 months in to this great project? It pained me deeply to not be able to attend the the first sort of SPAY initiation event, and I think everybody on this call knows what that means. It obviously means that we're going to have another spectacular event, because I will not be left out of spending time with this incredible group, and hopefully we'll make it. I would expect. I know the trip that happened. You guys will talk more about it and have already, was as memorable as it gets. But I can assure you that when I set foot on that hallowed ground, we're gonna turn it up an extra notch, maybe 3. So I'm excited for that, and I'm just. It's been so much fun, and look forward to chatting tonight, answering questions from the members, the community, about where we're going next, and really dive into specifics about what we've accomplished. It's been a lot of fun, but now we get to play golf on our own turf, on partner turf, and really blow this up.
That's awesome. Thanks so much for that. And Jim, we recapped a little bit last week, but you were there with us in Scotland. I would love to ask, what were some of your biggest takeaways and impressions of, setting foot with the members there, not just, visiting for closing the deal and everything.
Yeah, Coop, what's interesting is I've actually been on site at SPAY 5 separate occasions this year. So, from going to, before we closed the deal, when we had kind of the verbal, to go see the place and look at the infrastructure and know what was there and make sure that all the great things that we heard from our the experts that we've formed relationships through the years were true, and they were, to going, and it was a very complicated deal to go and actually have lunch at the owner's house so we could close the deal, to going to meet head greenskeepers and our GM candidate, we've hired, and he's coming in from Northern Ireland, and this guy is like a legend. I can't tell you how many people I've met across Europe that know this guy, and he's done extraordinary things, and we're super lucky to have him. To, of course, the member event, which is cool because I've just seen the place in so many different ways, right? Like going there for the first time, seeing it in its native form, starting to meet some of the membership, to really starting to consider what's possible there, with our partners at CDP, to really getting to see how basically in Scotland, if you are in the golf business, I can't tell you how many people have reached out to us and said, we want to work there because what you guys are doing is unique and different, and we want to be a part of it. To ultimately seeing our Links members come together with the local members and just having a blast over a few days. And there's just there's just so much enthusiasm and excitement about what we're doing there. And walking the course for Bez and I were out with the entire CDP team. So that's DeVries, that's Clayton, that's Pont, that's Sam Cooper, who is one of their newer guys, but an absolutely extraordinary and super talented guy. Walking the golf course, seeing what they want to do with it, and basically hearing DeVries and Clayton, who they're direct and to the point. They spend their time outside on bulldozers building golf courses, right? They don't mince words, basically saying this place is extraordinary and special. And Clayton going so far as to say, like, there are no hidden gems left in the world, but Bay was the last one. I mean, we had something extraordinary there, and it was a lot of fun to be there with the CDP guys. It was a lot of fun to be there with Shane Bacon, who, by the way, hits the ball about 350 yards off the tee, but still couldn't drive most of the greens like everybody on this call would on PGA 2K. And just having a blast and really getting a sense for the fact that we can deliver a product in the birthplace of golf unlike anything that's out there. So it was super cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's surreal, this journey we've been on, and going over there, meeting the members, seeing the course, the integration of the membership. It feels like a model for what we can continue in the world of golf. And we're just getting started. I want to touch on one of those principles that Mike was talking about earlier, like that permissionless, decentralized golf club that you know we kind of kicked off with this idea of reimagining the golf and leisure club. I think that's the verbiage we used back in December of 2021, and I think we've created like one of, if not the best use case for NFTs ever. Web3 technology. I think we even get referenced in Congress as such for just being, a great example of what this technology can do. Um, a lot of the members listening here may have joined Web3 or created their first crypto wallet just to join Links. Like we had a large portion of our original mint people just joining because of this project and this mission that we were doing. If that's one of you listening here today, like shout out to you for making the jump. In light of all of this, a few months ago, we launched the LGC tier, as you all know, the Links Golf Club, which is the fiat cash-based option to join Links, a pathway to participate in the community and benefits, without the need for crypto. And this launch revolved around the difficulty that a lot of people, many golfers, 90% probably of whom don't have a crypto wallet, the difficulty they've had with trying to join our mission and participate in the community in a meaningful way. So, it's a tremendous opportunity for us to make an impact on the world of golf by growing this community outside of just crypto. Obviously, the ethos, the community we have, the tech forward stance is really, really great. But in order to be truly permissionless and accessible, it kind of turns out restricting our membership options to just crypto products. Like we turn away a lot of awesome golfers who can benefit our ecosystem and add to the community. So we've learned a lot in the past couple of months by offering these LGC memberships. And here today, we're announcing that we're expanding that program to give more golfers access to the best that Links has to offer. So for more detail on that, I'd love to kick it over. Jim, what's the plan?
Yeah, I mean, for this project to achieve what all of us collectively wanted to achieve, meaning the most value possible for all of our members and everybody on this call, and not just like the value, but delivering extraordinary experiences on and off course and just like totally disrupting the game of golf. We knew early on, and we've told you already, and I know that so many of you are supportive in this process of us onboarding what I would say the other 98% of golfers that are not in Web3, right? Like if we want to be inclusive, if we want to be the golf club for everybody, we cannot forget where we've come from and celebrate where we've come from, but we need to have a really strong plan as we move into the future and really make Links a super sustainable and long-lasting project that delivers extraordinary experiences and value for everybody. So as we launched LGC, which at this point we've added, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of additional members, which is amazing. We did learn that there was a massive desire for prospective Links members to get golf course access. And so we have our deals with IMG Prestige, with Links to Golf, with World Vantage. And starting next week, we're going to be relaunching our website, links.golf, with more options for all golfers, kind of no matter what you're most interested in, to join Links and be part of this absolutely killer community. I mean, what that's going to look like is 3 additional membership tiers, right? So, of course, we have our NFT tiers, which now it's, fully permissionless. It is, access to the whole Links ecosystem with ownership of the NFT. There's no annual charges. It's really just the best of the best. In addition to that, we're going to have 3 different tiers, and they're going to be called Starter, Player, and Pro. Starter is it's a super fun social membership that has a lot of value, right? So this is really a kind of a digital and community first membership. So it's a good entry point for new folks to come into the membership and kind of get a taste for what we're all about. And it gives access to, I would say about half of our partnerships we have today. And then also gives access to Links Leagues. It gives access to Discord and some of the social elements of what we're all about. And they kind of get last priority access to a bunch of the different events that we do. And this is going to be something that is going to be super important for this project. And all of us, if we really want this thing to succeed and grow and be a big disruptor in the world of golf, we all want this to succeed because this is where we're going to be bringing people in at about $99 a year. Okay. The next package, which is called Player, it grants access to really good golf benefits and courses around the world. So this is our Links to Golf partnership, some of our IMG courses, and limited access to our Links Play, or most of you know it as GGA, our member hosted network. So this is kind of for the golfer that's traveling quite a bit, that wants to also play local golf courses with Links members. And this is going to be about $499 per year. And then the Pro package is for folks that really kind of want to tap into all of the best that we have to offer, right? So think about this one as like a top level membership. However, as opposed to a global membership, this is a $1,500 per year membership that gives access to Links to Golf, to IMG, to all of our partnerships that we have, all 60 plus of our partnerships that we have, and also includes an overseas membership at Spay Bay. And that one, like I said, is going to be $1,500. So every single new member that we onboard is going to be extremely additive to the project in a couple of different ways. One, it's going to allow us to scale faster, right? So more golf experiences, like I said, on course and off course. It will help us to kind of accelerate our acquisition process. It will also help us to gain significantly more leverage and gain more access for every single one of the members that are on this call right now to on-course and off-course golf, and to deeper and more significant partnerships. And as you all know, we started this project with one premise, which is we're going to go out, we're going to buy a golf course. We've done that. This golf course we know has the potential to be a very, very high-end, highly rated golf course just because the site is so good. We have the best architects, we have the best agronomists, we have the best community. We've delivered so much more than that because, with all of our partnerships, with all of the access to private golf courses, with the World Vantage and the IMGs and the Links to Golf of the world, with the different events that we've, thrown over the last 18 months, we have an obsession as a community of over-delivering on the promise, which is not something that, necessarily a lot of other NFT projects have done, but that is our central promise. That is our North Star as a core team, is over-delivering for all of you. And we know that the more members that we onboard, the more we can continue to over-deliver for everybody on this call and for the greater community. And ultimately, like I've said a couple times, completely disrupt the world of golf.
Well, ain't that exciting? I want to buy one of those, but fortunately, I already hold one of our NFTs. And so, one of the things we want to talk about is, in addition to expanding the community, as Jim mentioned, look, it means more golfers, more member-to-member reciprocity, events, outings, folks who are existing NFT holders can actually do really, really interesting things with. Who will be, of course, part of Links Golf Club, part of our overall membership, but they're not going to have the same, some of the really exciting benefits that our, Genesis NFT holders have, our global and leisure folks. Those things include, governance input on the direction of the club, which, we've had since the beginning. I think we've had more than 15 governance votes to date. Things like budget, things like should we buy this golf course, etc. There's only ever going to be 10,000 of those, right? The lifetime access I mentioned, so the newly priced and newly offered products, these member bundles will be priced on an annual basis and will give benefits commensurate with that. And again, unlike NFTs, you have the ability with your NFT to, hey, should you choose to opt out of the club to sell or pass that NFT on in the open market. So, we fundamentally believe we've seen, a number of other projects, issue more NFTs and do things of that nature. What we've chosen to do and what we believe is deeply important to holding basically the sanctity of the trust and faith that you've put in us, and the commitment in terms of the governance, in terms of participating in the community, in terms of telling us what you want to see in this club. You have our promise that effectively that again NFT is saying the sanctity is 9,090, as Bez said, to be exact, and that really matters. That's unlike you've seen Hazuki, you've seen other projects where there's just this long-term dilution of the NFT. Our model for providing an incredible experience is not selling more NFTs. It's working with this existing community to create experiences that other people want to join, that other people will join, and that this group, and surely if future folks want to buy the NFT and they're available on the open market, they absolutely can, want to govern and want to collectively make decisions on, hey, where should, for example, we'll talk about in Q&A, and it's already a question, hey, where should that US golf course be, right? What should the next steps be of this club to make it amazing so that in 2030, we're living out our golfing dreams. So I'll pause there.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Jim. I'm super excited about growing this community. It's going to be fun. Every new member, this community is so welcoming as people come in, and big shout out to our already joined LGC members. A lot of great folks have joined over the past few months as well. But if you have any questions about these announcements, anything else, I see there's some chats, some questions happening in the chats. Feel free to raise your hand if you want to come up on stage. In the meantime, I'd like to remind y'all how to get your referral codes as we launch these new tiers. If you've created your Clubhouse profile, you can go in and view your rewards, get your code, share it on social media, send it to your friends. These are going to be launching next week in early August. So you'll have an opportunity to share these new tiers for some of the folks in your life that may be golfers and want to join Links in these new ways. So it's going to be a great time for the club. Additionally, I know it's kind of tough to token gate into MetaMask and do all of that if you're just trying to share your code. You meet a golfer, you're out on the course. We're going to be emailing you. Make sure you have your email address in Clubhouse, a QR code with your specific invite link on it so that you can pull that up anywhere, scan the phone, it'll take people to the links.golf page with your code, and you'll get credit for those referrals. So keep an eye out for those coming soon as well, so you can more easily share links and we can get some new golf friends in here. Those rewards for sharing referrals are already expanding. You can see them in Clubhouse, and we've got some really cool plans for how we're going to issue rewards points and the various use cases that you can use for redeeming them. Rewards points. So if you participated in Quiz House today, you won some rewards points for getting top 10. So keep an eye out on that. We have a couple more announcements. Don't go anywhere. We've got links, leagues, and some other stuff coming. But I wanted to give Zed the stage. Thanks, Zed, for coming up. How you doing?
I'm good, Coop. I'm sorry if I missed this earlier. So with the expansion of the membership, I heard Links to Golf is going to be available to the starter or the player and pro levels. Does that also expand to the Genesis holders? Because I know it was initially only available to people who initiated at Spay Bay.
Yeah, I can answer that. So the way that Links to Golf works is really there's two pieces to it. One is a reciprocity model. So meaning if you're a member of a club that has access to Links to Golf, or I guess is hosted on Links to Golf's platform, members of that club get access to the reciprocity network. So that's why to date Spay Bay members have been the ones who get access to Links to Golf, because as a Spay Bay member and because Spay Bay is on Links to Golf's platform, you get reciprocity. The second path that we've recently closed with Links to Golf is people being able to purchase a type of access to Links to Golf's platform annually, which then gives them access to the network without needing to be a member of a private club. That's what will go into the player and pro tiers. And because there's an annual cost to that, that cost is packaged into those purchases. That doesn't prevent us from being able to sell the Links to Golf access to Genesis holders, but since it does come at a cost, it's not something that we're currently thinking about just immediately giving away for free, because ultimately that cost would have to be covered by someone. So that's the current plan. Obviously, we are constantly talking about ways to add more golf access to Genesis holders, but the reality of that one is that there is an annual cost associated with it.
Got it. Thanks.
Yeah, and to that note, NFT holders, globals, and leisures can get Links to Golf for cheaper than a player or a pro by initiating at the SPAY Overseas membership. So those are available now on the website. If you saw the fun that we had at SPAY, you're excited about it, you're planning a Scotland trip next year, you want the reciprocity, you want Links to Golf, you can initiate at SPAY right now through Clubhouse and access the Links to Golf network for as a token holder without going through these possible steps. So great shout out to Seabruce there on that note on the economics of that side. But yeah, thanks for the questions. That's an important opportunity. Of course, we want to make sure everybody has a great pathway towards accessing these awesome golf networks. Yeah, Seabruce holding up the world with lots of stuff. Cool. Well, again, questions in chat. Raise your hand if you want to come up on stage. But I do want to invite Bo-Rock up for our Community Thursday Links Leagues update. We've hit some pretty big aggregate numbers for Links Leagues. We're going to spin the wheel. Bo-Rock, come on up on stage. How many rounds posted do we have? I saw some big numbers in chat. See if we got him up here yet. I think we might be. Go ahead and request again, Bo-Rock. There we go. Get the invite. Well, while Bo-Rock comes up on stage, I'm excited to announce that we have over 800 rounds posted in the Links Leagues so far. It's awesome. The link to submit your scores is in announcements. It's also on Twitter, and it's open for everyone to participate in. So you as a member, your friends, anyone you're playing golf with can. Let me see if I can just move you onto stage. Move to. Can't. If you want to, I don't know, Control R, refresh your Discord. Yeah, like Dom said, restart your Discord. We'll get you up here. But yeah, Links Leagues is live and active. We are in round 6 of the league. And while we have the update, let's see if we got him now. Got the invite sent. I will pull up the Special Magic prize wheel.
Hey, Cooper, while you're... Oh, is he getting up there? I was going to say, I can speak to the Pro Shop stuff while we're waiting to, if you want.
Yeah, while we're waiting for Bo-Rock to come on up, the Spay Bay logo merch is live in Clubhouse now. What's the deal, Mr. Senior? How's it work?
Yeah, so all Spay Bay merchandise, there's kind of two things I want to talk through here. One is Spay Bay merchandise is at proshop.links.golf now. You can go in and purchase that. If you are a Spay Bay member, you'll get 20% off all Spay Bay merchandise. You've been emailed a discount code. If you need it, let us know. But all you have to do is apply that at checkout. Which the second thing I'll say is related to the other thing, which is we've done a lot of changes in Pro Shop over the last week to make things a lot easier to apply discount codes. Previously, we'd used a provider that allowed us to token gate discount codes. It's our number one support request out of not seasonal ones like help with joining Spay and everything else. And it continues to be, I think, a thorn in people's side. So what we decided to do was to switch over to a different model for discounts in which rather than going to the Pro Shop, having to authenticate your wallet to get the coupons each time, which meant that you had to pull out your ledger, which meant that if it didn't work, you'd have to contact support. Instead, now and this is a big shout out to Chris, we have discount codes now that are tied to the email that's on your Clubhouse account. So if you've ever been into Clubhouse ever, so you don't have to do this every time, but if you've ever been to Clubhouse and you have an email on your profile, we automatically sync that with your Shopify account that has the same email. So when you purchase something in Shopify, you create your account. As long as those two emails match, you can go to the Pro Shop and enter in the code, which if you don't have it, you can go into Clubhouse now and find it. And if you can't find it, then you can let us know and apply that discount code to the products in the Pro Shop without having to sign a message in Pro Shop to make that happen. And so there's a couple different types of discounts. One, if you're a SpayBay member, you have a 20% off discount code that you can use for all SpayBay merchandise. For anything that's not Therabody or Club Glove, founding members have a 30% discount that will, again, it's automatically sync with your Clubhouse profile. You just have to paste in that code and it will work because Shopify will recognize that email. And for Therabody and Club Glove products, there is a 15% off discount that works exactly similarly. So again, and we have a support article on this. If you go to help.links.golf and search Pro Shop, there is a support article in there. It also explains how this works in Clubhouse. But ultimately, as long as your email matches your Shopify account, you have the right code, and you paste that into Shopify, it will work. So very exciting news. The SpayBay merch is up. Very exciting. You get the 20% off discount if you are a Spay member. If you're not a Spay member, you can still purchase it. You just won't get the discount. And then as far as your founding member access codes, you no longer have to use the Wallet Connect feature in Pro Shop. You can just rest assured that your email will match your Clubhouse account.
Love it. Thanks for those updates. The details to that have been posted in announcements with the various codes. If you do not have a Clubhouse profile and are interested in getting those discount codes on the Pro Shop, head to Clubhouse now, log in, check it out. It is awesome. The devs have definitely been doing something. So shout out to you, Mr. Senor, for getting that done. The whole Pro Shop team, Zach and the designers for getting the merch set up. For SpayBay, it is super duper cool. We are working on Borak, but we'll have him, in lieu of an appearance up here on stage, send a message in the chats with this week's winners and losers of the week, and I will spin the wheel of glory for us to give out the prizes. So here comes the wheel of names. Again, all you have to do to be eligible to win in the Links Leagues is post your scores, and then you get added to the magic wheel and you get a chance to win. So with all this Pro Shop talk, let's see who wins this week's prize. Oh my. Our very own Nick Walker, MSU, has won. Considering how much, just the insane amount of merch that Nick has from the Pro Shop, I think we're going to spin this again. We'll talk to Nick about getting him some Pro Shop credit, but I don't think that's necessarily the fairest option for this particular spin. Nick is will be happy to hear about that, but we're going to spin this one again. No one has more Pro Shop swag than Nick. Oh, it's close. GFF BSS, thank you for participating. Let's get a tag in here at BFF. GFF BSS. That's a hard name to pronounce. Jeff in the server. That makes a lot more sense. So we'll screenshot that. We'll get Jeff hooked up with the Pro Shop credit. I do want to note as well that we have fantasy football leagues coming. Jared and Dom have been hard at work. We have a form for you to fill out. We're going to be doing live drafts for fantasy football. That's going to be posted in the betting alpha channels. More info on that. If you have any questions or you're not in those channels, confused about where to go, ping me, ping Dom, ping Jared. We're going to get that set up as we move into football season. It's an exciting time of the year. So awesome stuff there. Shout out to PMix. And I believe the player of the week was Borak. He's not the Discord user of the week for not getting on stage, but shout out to Borak for being the player of the week. Great stuff there. And it doesn't look like we have any more requests to speak. So on that note, anybody else up here on stage have any closing notes? But this is an exciting new chapter for Links, and appreciate y'all joining us today. All right. Well, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for showing up, and we will see you in the chats.
Can't wait to chat with Bo Rock. Cheers, buddy.